Yeah. What's going on, y'all? I know it's another live broadcast, and why care about it? Today, my rant is Facebook killed me. And why am I on Facebook? I don't know, but I'm old. It's for old people. My kid is on all the different other apps, but I've been on Facebook. My web mistress, my girl, Kristen, she signed me up as soon as there was a Facebook, as soon as there was a YouTube, signed me up for all of that, a Twitter. I never used the Twitter, but I did use the Facebook. And it was kind of cool because I was able to connect with a lot of old friends, my family, and that's how it's my bad, but that's how I communicate with people. I get guests on the show. We do, a lot of work through that. And they just decided today that I'm not allowed to be on it, even though it's the same old password and whatnot, and they just kicked me off. You know, yeah, I'm a disgruntled customer. I mean, it's not like I don't hate them already, but yeah, that's pretty brutal. It's going to be life changing because I put a lot of eggs in that basket, and that's how when I play music in my town. I live in the rainforest of the Pacific Northwest. But anyway, I can't do that anymore. I have no contacts. I mean, I guess I got to go revive all my contacts and set up a new account and whatever. I had like 600 and some followers. You know, they just basically wiped me out. And I wonder if it's because of what I said on the last broadcast. Like, I was really trying to shock people back into reality. So sometimes, if you're doing what I do, sometimes you say things that are completely innocuous. It shouldn't be that important. And then you realize, oh, I guess I shouldn't have said that. So I don't know. Maybe this YouTube is going to be next. I do a radio show on Thursday. I'm trying to book that. It's just so hard to keep it going. And the older you get, the harder it is because it's a lot of kid stuff. You need to sign in with your phone number and your email and this and that, and you just need to keep going. And that's not enough. We need to have more information from you. Can we get a photostat of your ID? We're going to need that because Russia or whatever excuse it is. Meanwhile, we watch them. There are red flags everywhere. I think what we're doing on tomorrow's show is I'm going to get a parent uh, whose kid went to a school and there was a stabbing and it was so easily predictable and it could have all been avoided. And this is why we have to give up more of our rights. But ultimately, someone's yelling out in the hallway, here's my kill list. I'm going to kill all these people. And they don't care because they want that to happen. Order out of chaos. That's the situation we find ourselves in. It's pretty rad and not going to work for me, but wow, it's kind of a momentous day. I got kicked off of Facebook after what has it been now? 15 years or something? For nothing. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything wrong. I never said anything wrong. The entire time I was on Facebook, I was pretty, you know, it's pretty conscious that I couldn't say certain things, and I constantly get punished for posting a punk rock song or whatever. I might as well be a racist, murderous, Trump supporting killer as far as they're concerned. They just don't need me. They don't want me. They don't need me. And that's probably the same for so many of you. I mean, look, This is the oldie crowd. It's like when I go to a lot of the rock shows I go to, or go to political events, I just realize, wow, why are there no kids here? Because when we were kids, we would go to something like that. And it makes me lose hope for the situation that we're in, because I know exactly where the pressure needs to be applied, but like, how do you even start that? You just have a bunch of people that need attention, and that's their business model. They have it in their mind that they got to make, $10,000 a show, and so that's what they do, and we're not going to get anywhere doing that. I'm sure. Hopefully it's entertaining for you. So yeah, dun 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 dun. No more Facebook for me. Well, Jack, why don't you sign up for TikTok? That should be fun. You don't want to see me. I have my eye appointment today. I went to my eye doctor. His name is Dr. Win. Pretty cool, right? He wins, I win. I'm healing. My eye is healing faster than it was supposed to. And then my dog gets really excited when I come home. You guys probably know how that is. Gone for 10 minutes and your dog is like, I can't believe you came back. I thought you were gone forever. My dog gets really excited, and I had this eye was dilated today. You guys, have you ever gone through that? It sucks. They put numbing chemicals in your eye. I don't ask questions. Could that hurt me? I just let them do it, and then they put more potion in. Last time it was both eyes. This time it was just my right eye. So I wasn't seeing super good, and I knew my dog was going to be excited, so I greeted her, gave her some treats, whatever, but that wasn't enough. And then she jumped up on the bed and clawed my eye. If you could probably see claw marks all down my face. She got me good. I don't know. Maybe for her, it would be better to have a one-eyed owner or whatever. I hate to say owner. That's just so lame. My dog is my friend, and she blinded me a little bit. So I don't know. Now I don't go back for a while, and I'm not supposed to work for a month. Not that that's your problem. I'm not allowed to really work or do anything. But I just wanted to come on, like, what the fuck? Come on, Facebook. Man, automatic login for years, and now same phone. No, today was the day. I got to confirm everything and just to log in, and I'm not a complete idiot. I know my passwords and whatnot, and I do all of that. Nope. We're not accepting that today. You're the fuck out. Get out. So no more happy birthdays for anyone. No more, hey, hang in there. No more, hey, I got you. No more, my friends. I had a couple of friends over the last month that needed some help, and I helped them, within my limited means. No more of that. That's not going to ever happen again. No more talking to my relatives. No more talking to my friends. None of that. Because I really don't think I should have to go back in and beg people to be my friend and whatever. And they probably won't, because the reason a lot of people were on my friend list is because I had like 500 people, joint friends with them. And look, who am I? I'm nobody. So yeah, I'm all done with that, I guess. I don't know, man. It's not like it was really helping me promote my show or anything else, I mean, if you get it, this is what I was trying to say yesterday and probably fucked it all up, man. It's just, we've come too far. We let them cross the Rubicon and we just sat and did nothing about it. Really, we keep putting our eggs in the same basket. It's like Alex Jones or Tim Pool or somebody, I mean, they're not gonna save you. They never said they were going to, but whatever. Right now, there's some old lady sending her entire retirement fund over to Alex Jones Inc. It's just and it sucks because I've done the math. I know what needs to get done. I don't want to be no leader or anything. I just know what needs to get done. Here's like the top 5 things that should get done right now so that we have a little bit of freedom. And, you know, so the whole deal is, and maybe that's my issue with Facebook. I mean, the whole deal is we're going to check your conditioning. And if you don't meet the terms of conditioning, goodbye. Get the fuck out. We don't need you. Kick to the curb. Go live in a tent somewhere and we'll bitch about you. We're Republicans on Fox. We'll bitch about you living in a tent. And never say anything about property tax or why people, are homeless or the economy at large. Just nothing, man. It's so frustrating, isn't it? I mean, you got to admit it. It's super frustrating. I can't help. I feel like I understand the problem. I feel like I can skip over, announce the reaction, and go to the answer part of the question and say, this will make us all happier and better. I feel like I'm going to be 30 years in media in the year 2025. So I'm getting pretty close to that. 30 years. 30 years interviewing thousands of experts. I think I have a pretty good handle on what should happen. And I watch every day how we just go farther and farther and farther and farther away from it. It just bums me out, man. I'm sorry, man. It just bums me out. I speak for not the limo driving podcasters out there. I speak for you, man. Going out and doing an honest day's work. And, I'm not saying you should have the life your parents or your grandparents had because it's gone. That's maybe never coming back. But could we at least have a little light at the end of the tunnel? Like, I don't want any light at the end of the tunnel. That's racist. I can't have that. Anyone that says light and dark, and you see how we get to the semantical argument, it's like, no, sit there and die. Like, what the hell is this? There's no avenue. There's nothing we could reach out for and feel a little bit better today. Is that what it is? Hey, man, I'll lose sight in my eye. I'll be grateful I have the other eye. Is that too much to ask? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'm almost 60 years old. I work as a bouncer at a bar, man, and I've run multi-million-dollar companies. Like, what is this? What's going on? As Marvin Gaye said, what is going on? Well, I mean, you watch this channel, I'll tell you what's going on, but that's not going to fix anything. I just want to see people start taking positions, right? And not be thrown in jail for jaywalking, where if you shoplift under $1,000 or you steal like $8 billion like Sam Bankman-Fried, you're okay. What about the rest of us? What the fuck? Man, what the fuck? They're just throwing us away, which is okay. My grandfather retired from the electric company here when he was in his 50s. and had a pension. He could have lived out the rest of his life on a pension, and he paid into it. So sorry, I know this is very upsetting to you. When you pay into something, you get your money back out. Some people really hate that, and they think it's communism. It's not. It's you're investing into your retirement, and okay. And then, you know, colon cancer killed him within a few years. So, oh no, thank you very much. Thanks for playing the game. But I look up to that. I'm like, man, okay, I didn't work for the same company my whole life, and my grandparents worked for it. City Light. My great grandparents worked for it. I was 3 generations on that. So I could have done some things differently. I don't know, but now no Facebook for me. Don't even bother writing over there. It's just not going to happen. You know. I'm covering news on my radio show, which is every Thursday on Ocelli.com. I do news there. I don't know. I just feel like it's such a waste of time. Literally, my equation from every news story is they're telling us to think this. They want us to think this. Why do they want us to think this? Okay, well, we know why they want us to think this because, they want to control blockchain if it's the whole FTX story. They want us to be afraid of our neighbors. They want, like every story, to me, every news story, I just feel like I'm being more conditioned. And every time, maybe I'll find the truth in that, and I'll give it to you guys. But what good is that? I mean, what's going to happen? Because next week there's going to be another story, and then we're all going to be on that. Remember those mass shootings a few weeks ago? Like no one's even talking about that anymore. It's just not even happening. It's nothing. I don't know what's the news story. I love the guys that are doing sports because it's a tangible thing. They do sports commentary. It's a real thing. There's a real player. He caught this many balls this week, and he blew it. He sucks. He dropped the ball. Like that's like real stuff you can look at. Why can't our politics and policy be like that? By the way, yeah, no, I'm not going into all the new Trump stuff. I'll do that on the show tomorrow. I just wanted to come up and say hi because I feel like in some ways this is the only venue I have to say something. I just wonder, does it make a difference? Okay, so I'm just bullshitting. I'm just talking. Am I supposed to say something important? Man? I mean, this is real life. This is real life, man. We're still recovering. My family, $20,000 in debt because of COVID. Yay, think of how many lives we saved. We didn't have any debt. We had 0 debt. I don't buy shit on credit, right? I live within my means. I'm perfectly happy with a used car. I don't have to buy a new car and make payments and insurance and go through all that bullshit. I'm not a good consumer, but I think I do okay. I contribute to society. I volunteer at places to help people that are, if I can find one that is less fortunate than me, man, I just do that. I feel like that's what I could teach my children, and that's what I could teach anybody is put a little time in, let karma fall where it may. I mean, my problem is I just lived too goddamn long. I hated seeing social media. I hated seeing everything we're into. I tried to warn everybody to not do it, get off of it, don't support it, go out, have community meetings, do shit for your neighborhood and your community. If you got a Karen up there, bitch slap her a little bit and get her up to speed, man. I don't know. It seems like that's the answer because decentralize means you control your neighborhood. You control everything there. And I feel the time is ripe. I mean, we look what's going on all around the world. The time is ripe to stand up for yourself a little bit. You don't have to be the no mask Karen or whatever, man. You just stand up for you pick your battles, you stand up. You hook things up in your own neighborhood. I just think that's fair. That's fair, and that's what I do. I live in the city, so it's just how it goes. I don't know who is responsible for helping me get health insurance, but I'm with them. I paid in my whole life, so I don't mind taking a little bit out of it if that's what it is. All right, so we'll do a show tomorrow. I'll cover all the big news stories and stuff. I mean, if you guys have questions, you're always welcome to ask. Man, this is why I took some years off. It's like, why? What are we trying to do here? What are we trying to do? Name somebody, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Name somebody I could learn something from, because I'm just not seeing anything. I'm just seeing a lot of blather and a lot of people with big egos that think they're really smart, man. It's not like Jordan Peterson. Like, is that going to help me in my life? No. And that guy, Jordan Peterson, super unstable. He was on drugs for years, like got a bad pain pill addiction. His daughter is like completely effed up, has every disease in the book. Man, I'm not listening to that guy say shit. Fuck that guy, man. And he just came smoking along out of Canada, and the next thing I know, that guy's making like $100 million a year with this blah, 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 blah. Like, what the hell is that? What is that? Well, he's willing to say things that are ceremoniously disavowed. You're not allowed to say the things. He's very brave to say, yeah, no, he's just trying to get attention, man. He's trying to keep the cash register going. He's got something to lose. We talked about that on yesterday's podcast. You got something to lose, then you sit and protect that the whole time. I don't believe anything you say because you have something to lose. However many hits a day you get, trust me, you look at a guy like Tim Pool, that motherfucker, he just sits and his phone the whole time watching analytics. Don't say that, because analytics say you shouldn't say that. It's not even that he cares what Facebook thinks about him or YouTube or whatever, some social media app. He doesn't care if he could find another app, and he said as much, he would do it. He just doesn't care. His whole shtick works on numbers, and this is what everyone said about the kid when he was working at Vice or whatever. What was that guy? Like when I was doing this the day of 9/11, after 9/11, and all this, and all the bullets we took, right? What was that dude doing? Oh, he was like in diapers or something. He was in short pants, and he knows everything. No, he doesn't. There's no shit, but he's getting rewarded like he does. Why is that? Because he's saying the things that they want him to say, man. I mean, come on. I don't know. I was talking about a couple weeks ago. I'm just gonna critique these guys and just tear them up, man. Let's just expose these people. What the fuck, man? Really? Really? This is what you have to offer? This entertainment? Good for you. Good for you. Whatever. You're a rock star. Great. I'll tell you what, man, we'll take that kids band and any band I can throw together in 3 days and let's see who wins. You know? I mean, I just want to get to but why would I? I just want to get to the point where hey, if we all like get on board with this one thing right here. Do you know that the IRS today they did this thing? This is, I guess, news. We'll talk about it for a second. I'm gonna hit it up hard tomorrow. Used to be you had to make less than 20,000. If you made less than $20,000 a year, you didn't have to file, which was my strategy. Don't make enough money to have to file legally. I know. Fuck, Jack. Wouldn't you like to make $1 million and pay taxes? I don't know. Maybe not. They've changed it from 20,000 to 600. If you make $600 a year, $601, I guess, you have to file. You have to file with the IRS. You know, and it would be nice to say, good luck enforcing that, motherfuckers. I'm sorry about the language. I mean, you know, but that's what they're going to do because taxes are control. I mean, I make $20,000 a year. Pretty good chance I'm going to the food bank. Pretty good chance, you know, I'm spare changing on the street, man. How does anyone live on $20,000 a year? I don't know. Everyone has to file. You've probably seen this when you go somewhere and you apply for something, and it's like, well, we're going to need your lax tax filing. And then that look on your face when you're the guy that I don't believe in filing taxes. I have a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate myself. I know that's going to get me kicked off of YouTube. You have a right. You have a Fifth Amendment right. I don't care what all these people say. You have a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate yourself. Man, what I used to always tell people is don't file unless you have a really good tax attorney. Then it's fair. It's fucking fair. I don't know, man. Trotsky was right. Trotsky was right. Well, Trotsky was right about some things. I ain't no communist, man, but whatever happened to Leon Trotsky? He got an ice pick. It made his ear hurt. Whatever happened to the heroes? I remember Charlie Ward. Remind me what that is. I'm going through so much information now, just to try to like filter it down and find out what is important. What should people want to know about? 99% of it that rings a bell. 99% of it is this is bullshit. It's just conditioning. It's not news. It's not information. It's just conditioning. So today, this is what we're going to talk about. I have more respect for people that follow sports, I guess, than I do news. It's just they just need to keep us preoccupied constantly. I know that I thought this was kind of interesting, and I haven't had time to look into it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. That the guy that got fired from Twitter, the Twitter counsel, he's a supreme lawyer for Twitter. His name is Jim Baker. I have expected to see the old. Do you guys remember the old school Jim Baker, who was the Bush family attorney, and then was promoted up through the ranks? I don't know if that's his kid or it's just a coincidence that he has the same name, or a coincidence This guy was disgraced at the FBI for pushing all the Russiagate bullshit, who was trying to block the release of all this information of how the government, because remember, Twitter is a private company and they can't censor you because they're a private company and there are rules to be in their club. It's not the government now. It's a private company. This is what we've been told for years and years and years. And it turns out, for good or bad, it just turns out that the government had its tallywhacker in your business the entire time. They fixed an election. I mean, not surprising, as I've been saying since the day one. You know that I started this show after the 2000 election. Did you know that? Fun fact. And we figured out that there are no more elections. It's kind of a shocker, you know. Hey, man, that was 22 years ago. We grew up, every vote counts, not who counts the votes, all of that. So I started Deadline Live because of the 2000 election, not because I was a Gore fan, but it just was so outrageous, all of it. And then months later, 9/11 happened, and I was on the air that day. And I'm sure we warned people, be careful what you vote for, because you just might get it. And so on yesterday's podcast, I was just sometimes it just rains down. It just hits you so hard. We have no options. We went too far down the road. I mean, how are we going to reverse the things that have happened the last 20 years? I assume, I don't know, I guess it can happen in one night. But not really. What we've done is we've created several generations, and that's why I got into this to begin with, because I knew those generations were coming up. I have a kid myself who's 19 years old. I was gonna try to get the word of freedom into these kids and have them grow up with it, even if it was by osmosis. Go out and challenge every single thing that took our liberties and took our freedoms. You know, I know freedom is messy, but so is non-freedom. That's pretty messy too. So I tried that. I tried that. I tried that hard, and the same things that happened today happened back then. Man, it's all about algorithms and entertainment and all the rest of it. You know, I don't know, man. When I think about the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours I put into all this to be here, and you too. Hey, I'm not special. You put all those thousands of hours into it to be here. This is where we're at. It's pretty disturbing. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just go ahead and use what's left of my life to be a revolutionary. I mean, you know what? At this point, I wouldn't hate being in federal lockup. Life's pretty complicated, you know. Maybe that's how I'll go out. I just wish we had some help. I wish I could go look somewhere, and you guys tell me in the comment section who's doing real work. Man, I was checking out this CoffeeZilla guy. You guys look up CoffeeZilla, and props
Now, I know he's making a lot of money from his podcast, but you know what? He's hunting down the Sam Bankman-Fried guy, hunting him down on it. And why is that guy talking? Why is he giving interviews? His lawyers would be STFU. Shut the fuck up and let's go litigate this somewhere. And hopefully we'll keep you out of prison. You won't become Bernie Madoff and get a life in prison. You know, that girl that had the fake company. Man, I can't remember her name. You guys know who I'm talking about. This girl, she had a fake company where they could test and find out if you had cancer, but she was faking it the whole way. And there were huge investors, including, some of your bigger billionaires involved in that. And they all just walked away. And they did give her, 15 years in prison for that. But this guy, he's talking to everyone all the time. Why would you do that? That could hurt your case because there isn't a case. So as long as you don't steal under $1,000 or over $1,000, and as long as you steal billions of dollars, you're going to be fine. I guess that's the morals that we're teaching our children. Charlie Ward. I'm trying to remember who that is because I've been watching so much news. First things no longer. He reversed things by no longer following orders. I know, but Samson, if you don't follow orders, what's going to happen to you? Are you ready? Are you ready to pay the price for not following orders, man? I mean, I've seen this happening. And now I pretend to follow orders. That's been my scam. I pretend to follow the orders. I pretend to do everything everyone wants me to do. Like, I'm not supposed to work for the next month because my eye is all fucked up, and I want to be able to see out of two eyes. I might need that. Who knows? Who knows? I'll live a couple more years. I might need both my eyes, but I mean, that'd be the most I'll get out of this life. So I'm not supposed to, but a lot of the jobs I apply for, they want proof of a COVID vaccine. I mean, are you fucking kidding me now at this point with what we know? I lie. I just lie. I just fucking lie. I just, man, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear because it makes you feel better, and that's okay. So, not following orders, I guarantee you, Samson, you're following orders, man. Trust me, I've been down this road for decades. I'm off the grid. No, you're not. We're all following orders, man. If you don't, you can't succeed. You have no credit card. You have no way to pay money. You have no bank account. You're not employable, and no one can do business with you. So unless you inherited like a couple $1,000,000 and you're out in the woods somewhere, I don't know, man. Good luck. I mean, I want you to do that. I want there to be a movement. I said that on the last podcast, man. My answer to all this bullshit, that whole train strike that was going on, and what it ended up happening in that. I mean, that's news, so I don't want to talk about news, but the Omaha Oracle, can't even say his name, but I'd like to go to a buffet right now. I don't even care. A no mask buffet. The Oracle of Omaha, who owns multiple railroads, strikes and boycotts. I mean, what if nobody bought anything for the whole next week? I mean, you can stock up ahead of time. I don't know. I guess there's no rules involved in this. What if nobody used to have this thing on Black Friday, which has gotten really small and doesn't matter anymore? It's a buy nothing day. What if you can get even people that don't believe in it? I know that's just woo, 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 woo. It won't help anything. Well, what if you just didn't buy anything in one day in the entire country? Do you know what kind of shock waves that would send? Why aren't you buying anything? Well, first of all, taxes. Secondly, we have a list of things. National strikes, boycotts. I mean, they are coming after people that are doing that. And they're not coming after them from the right. They're coming after them from the left, which, of course, makes sense because you got to always look at the people that you ended up in bed with. That's what it is. That's what it is. So all laws are selectively enforced. We've settled that. There isn't a solution that everybody's going to do, so none of them matter. Luckily, being a small percentile of anti-authoritarian, I call us heterodox. We're not orthodox. I loved how Elon Musk decided, I'm going to leak all this stuff to Matt Taibbi because that guy, he's been there, done that, and has woken up. He still won't talk about 9/11. Don't try to make him, but I mean, he's done some serious work, and that's where that stuff went. Yeah, man. Is there going to be accountability for that? No. It's something to talk about till something else comes along. Come on, man. God, I mean, follow the bouncing ball. What is it? What? It can't be reversed. We're too far gone. You're asking that as a question? Don't be sucked into the system, the digital prison, digital la 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 la. I'm going to agree with your first statement, Paul. It can. I'm going to disagree in the fact that it definitely can be reversed if that's planned. We're too far gone, man. I'm open for suggestions. We are so far gone. We're so far gone that in my worst, most paranoid conspiracy theorist rant I did 20 years ago, I didn't even think it would be this bad. I just didn't, man. Not following orders. Well, I think we'll get, if we look at what's going on around the world, I think we could get to that point here. But things are a little too cushy for too many people. All right, I got to go, man, because my battery is running low and stuff. I appreciate you guys being here. This is something I love to do, so please support it. jackblood@hotmail.com. I'm out of work for the next month, and this is the only thing I know how to do right now. I'm not even allowed to dig ditches or wash dishes or whatever. So please support what I'm doing here, and go check out our show every Thursday at ocelli.com. It's at 3 o'clock live Central Time, but you can go find it up in the archives. We get some pretty heavyweight guests over there. I have this guy on tomorrow. He's his kid barely survived a school stabbing. No thanks to the school. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose. jackblood@hotmail.com, PayPal or Zelle. Man, like if everybody, all I'm asking is that anyone that likes what I do, like just toss in $10 a month. If we have 100 people doing that, 200 people doing that, I'm not taking a limo to my podcast. That's for damn sure. I'm not eating steaks or anything, but I could remain. I could be here, as Henry Rollins once told me, remain, and I could be here, and I'll still be here. jackblood@hotmail.com. Send questions, guest requests, topic requests. I don't know, because I have a hard time trying to figure out what to say. Every day I just see the amalgamation of just massive input overload. I could see the psyops. Like I could pick those out like dead fruit that fell from the tree. It's so easy to do. I don't even know what it means, though. Okay, that was a psyop. That was a psyop. This is psychological operation. We're all being manipulated. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody agrees. Now what? But it makes me feel better. And thank you guys for listening to me. It just makes me feel better to be able to throw this down. All right. Big show tomorrow. I hope you guys catch it. I'll be back next time here on the stream until they get me out of here. Until then, I'm Jack Blood, your radio gun, saying be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. And I mean bold. And shine bright, you crazy diamonds.